What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on Lex Alexas. We are back with the second leg of the championship. It's safe to say that the first couple of games in the playoffs were a bit of attempts with. Honestly, it was not the best of spectacles, 2 0-0 draws. Although one positive, it means that both playoff games are really hanging in the balance. No team has gained an advantage here. We've got Leeds playing up against Norwich on the Thursday, and then of course that follows with Southampton playing West Brom on the Friday. And after then, we will then realise who will be in the playoff final. So we're really starting to approach near the end of the season. Thank you guys who watched that last video and left comments and predictions as well. I really do appreciate the support. For the guys that won the Let's Football Prediction League and the runners up, the prizes are nearly ready. Just give me a little bit of time. I think what I'm going to do regarding the prizes of the Prediction League, so anyone that's got top 3, listen up right now. I've got an exam coming up in the next couple of weeks. But after that exam, I've got about a month and a half free of study. So then I can really use this time to really start getting those prices out. And actually by that time, we're going to have about a week and a bit until the Euros begin as well. So it means content on this channel I don't think will be slowing down anytime soon. I might think about streaming again as well, because I really enjoy doing those Euro streams as well. So more exciting things to come. If you guys like what you see, please smash the like button. It really helps the growth of this channel. Please do hit the subscribe button. It really helps, as well as we're slowly but surely itching our way to 3,000 subscribers. I really appreciate this terrific support, guys. I really do. And please also share the channel too. All these things really help. Right, here we go again. Let's hope that we don't get 2 0-0 draws again. Let's predict what I think is going to happen in the championship playoffs. We start things off with Leeds versus Norwich. This one being played at Ellen Road this time around. First leg game ended 0-0, and it was a really bizarre game between these two sides, because what happened in that game was something we don't really associate with both Leeds and Norwich. They were very cagey with their game. Neither side wanted to have a defeat going into the second leg, which I can understand. But at the same time, considering how good Norwich were at home in the last couple of games of the season, I really expected them to bring it quite a fair bit more from what they ended up doing in the end. I was a little bit disappointed about how they approached that game. So I'm hoping for a better response in this game. Leeds are at home, which they will be liking, that they are not behind going into this game. My worst fear for Leeds is that they were going to be behind going into this game, and they were going to have it all to do to try and catch up. So the fact that it remains in the balance, I actually think it's really going to suit Leeds going into this game. Now, what will be very interesting, I think, will be the atmosphere. You know, the game was absolutely terrible, but the main highlights were the stuff that actually happened away from the match, which was a sign that tells me that it promised to be a really fierce game, but just did not deliver on the pitch. And by nowhere means, you know, the stuff that I did see were absolutely shocking. So I do think the atmosphere is going to be really fierce. I'm hoping that there's not going to be any similar incidents for what happened at Carrow Road. Fingers crossed. But predicting this game, I think, is quite tricky, you know. Leeds, I think, should be favourites based on how well they've been at home all season. But it wouldn't surprise me to see them bottle this game, because their playoff record is really not great at all. Norwich's last playoff campaign, they actually similarly started off in a disadvantaged position when they played Ipswich. But then when they played in the second leg, they actually were able in the end to overturn that deficit, and they managed to get past Ipswich right at the end. So they could do it all to do again regarding that game, but Oh, honestly, this is really, really tough. Daniel Fark, no playoff championship experience at all. David Wagner has got the experience. That's really going to make it so tough. Based on what I've seen in those two games, I fear that, again, it's going to be very cagey. And you probably will see a shift of my predictions for what I was expecting from them last week. So, again, I think Norwich will be really cagey. Leeds, I think, will be trying to get a goal and try and break down Norwich. And can Norwich do that? I'm going to say they won't in the 90 minutes. So as a prediction, I'm going to say Leeds actually go through to a playoff final. 1-0 Leeds I'm going. I think it's going to be very cagey. I think it's going to be very uncomfortable at times for Leeds. But they certainly have it within them to go through. So I'm going to back them based on their squad depth and their home superiority, potentially. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next game and final second leg championship playoff game to predict is Southampton West Brom. This again was also 0-0, but this 0-0 was a little bit more entertaining, quite a fair bit more entertaining. There were a lot more opportunities, the game was a lot more open, and both goalkeepers made stunning saves with Palmer and McCarthy getting involved for both goalkeepers here. So I'm hoping that again it's going to be as expansive as it was. I fear, however, that West Brom I think could be really cagey. I think West Brom will be a little bit disappointed that they didn't pick up a goal. I think Southampton actually played really, really well, and I think probably individually were the best footballing side out of the 4 teams I saw in those 2 playoffs games. But Southampton originally just looks like they just did not have their scoring boost. But Southampton have got a weakness defensively, you know. They look quite fragile at the back, and West Brom didn't capitalise. So it was both a nearly moment for those sides, and they were just missing that final bit of composure in the final third for either one of them to take advantage. And I think, as I repeated already, I think Southampton are going to feel a little bit blessed that they're not going into their home game with a disadvantage. But it's going to be West Brom that'll be a little bit more disheartened with that, because I felt had they carried a lead, I think they definitely would have felt a lot more confident going into this game. But now that this game really hangs in the balance, I just really hope that it doesn't mean West Brom being the away side sit back and just allow Southampton to attack, because that will really make a bit of an anticlimactic climax regarding this game as well. So in the league, Southampton won 2-1 at St Mary's. It was a very close game actually. When Southampton took the lead, I believe West Brom equalised pretty swiftly, but then Southampton hit back, and it was during their really, really good unbeaten run in the league as well. So whoever wins this game plays Leeds. I mean, Southampton, if they win this, they know that they've already beaten Leeds quite recently, so they actually might be feeling quite good about their chances. West Brom, it would be really nice for them to get into this position. Probably the underdogs, I would argue, out of those 4 sides. I think Norwich have established how good they can be with their home form. Leeds and Southampton have almost been in a league of their own compared to West Brom and Norwich. And West Brom have just been kind of chugging along, you know, just kind of under everyone's radar, including mine. And it'll be 2 playoff finals for Corberan within 3 seasons, which I think is a pretty good achievement for him, all things considered. So what am I going to predict here? This is really going to make things interesting, I think. I'm going to say that this game will be the one that goes extra time, you know. I think we're going to get one game that goes extra time if teams are going to really, really make things difficult for each side to break them down. I think that just increases the chance of one of these games going to extra time. And I'm going to say it's going to be this one. I think it's going to be 1-1 full time. And in terms of the final result, really could be a coin toss here. It could be a red card decision that sways it. Could be a penalty. Could be a set piece. Oh, what could do it? I mean, it could even go penalties. It really could. But I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 Southampton after extra time. That is what I think will happen. I think, likewise with Leeds, I think it's the quality and depth that might edge Southampton, and the fact that they're playing at home as well. But I do think West Brom are going to give it a really good go. I think, you know, I don't want to underestimate West Brom. I think they showed in that home game that they definitely can play some really decent stuff. And if they score early and they score first in this tie against Southampton, it's going to be quite interesting to see how they react. So I think my assumption is that Southampton will score first, West Brom may get a late goal, and then it will just ultimately be almost 50-50 to see which one takes it in extra time or if it's pens. So I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton after extra time. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. So guys, these are already my predictions done. I always enjoy these nice, quick, swift videos. It really makes a change. So my reaction to my championship table and potentially my Premier League table as well will be coming pretty soon. But I don't think I'm going to release them until I finish my exam at this moment, because they're going to take longer recordings to get through. Short, snappy videos like this can definitely go because they're not going to take a lot of my time. So that is what's coming up. So stay tuned, guys, for my championship playoff final. And I feel like I have to stream it. It's pretty close to my exam, but if I could do some really good revision, you know, days before, I can find myself a day to do it, surely. So yeah, that is the plan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do smash the like button. It really does help. 50 likes will be absolutely amazing. Please do hit the share button too. It really does help as well. And please subscribe to the channel as well. All three of these things are free to do and they really help. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for this video. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everyone.